Melvin Lewis Brown was born on February 2, 1931 in the state of Pennsylvania. He was one of 10 children and dropped out of high school to enlist in the Army at the age of 17 in 1948. Brown would be sent to Korea late in July 1950 during the first weeks of the war. While in Korea, Brown served as a private first class in D Company of the 8th Engineer Combat Battalion. On September 4, 1950, near Quezon, his platoon was taking Hill 755, otherwise known as the Walled City, when they came under attack. Private First Class Melvin Lewis Brown would take up a position on a 50-foot-high wall. He would then deliver heavy rifle fire on the enemy, dropping one after another until finally running out of ammo. Although he was wounded, Brown held his position, throwing his handful of grenades into the mass of attackers, causing many casualties. His men would continue to supply him with grenades, until these also ran out. Wounded, with no ammo or grenades left, Brown refused to abandon his position on top of the perimeter wall. Instead, he would pull out his entrenching tool, aka a fucking shovel, and he would hold the top of that wall, killing or incapacitating over a dozen enemies and inspiring his platoon to stand firm and repel the attack on their position. Unfortunately, Brown would be reported MIA the very next day, after his men spent the past 24 hours after the battle trying to find their buddy, but to no avail. To this day, it is not known exactly what came of that brave young man from Pennsylvania, but 4 months after the battle, he would be declared dead, and 2 weeks later, his family would receive his Medal of Honor from President Truman in a White House ceremony to honor that brave 19-year-old boy who stood tall as any man that day in Korea. Thanks for watching.